Number one, how to turn off the gesture mode and get the traditional Android buttons back at the bottom of the screen. We're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again and tap on the settings wheel. From here, we're going to go all the way up and go to system. And then we're going to go to navigation mode. And here you want to switch it from gesture navigation to button navigation. Within a couple of seconds, you'll see the traditional Android buttons are going to pop up at the bottom of the screen, making it so much easier to navigate the phone. Number two, how to run two apps at one time. I'm going to put YouTube at the top and Google Chrome at the bottom. First, I'm just going to open up the YouTube app, hit the home button, and then I'm going to open up Google Chrome and hit the home button again. Now, tap on the recent apps button in the right corner, swipe over to YouTube and tap on the YouTube icon or the YouTube word at the top here and go to split screen. Then swipe over to Chrome, tap on Chrome, and now you've got two apps open at the same time. I can basically be scrolling through Chrome and using Chrome simultaneously while I'm also using YouTube. Now, for some reason, it went away, so let's open it up again. I'm just going to open up the YouTube app. You can also do it this way. Open up YouTube first, which is the app you want at the top, then tap on this button here. Again, tap on YouTube, split screen, tap on the app you want at the bottom, and now I can go through, find a video to play, and while that's playing, at the bottom of the screen here, I'll be able to scroll through and be able to use Google Chrome. You can also do this with other apps like Messenger. You can basically pick any app you want to be at the bottom. This also will work in the landscape position as well. At the bottom of the screen, just look out for this little icon and make sure you tap it. And this will rotate your screen from the portrait mode to the landscape mode. And that's how you run two apps at once. And when you're all done, just take your finger and simply slide it to the right. And let's put it down on the table first. You see this little white dash, drag it to the right, and that'll take you out of split screen and back into the full screen mode. Now, if you find any cool tips in this video and you get value out of it, make sure you stop and bump that like button down below. Totally appreciate you doing there. Now, the next tip, I want to show you how to launch your camera at any time by using this one gesture. What you're going to do is basically tap on the power button twice, and it's going to automatically switch from whatever you're doing and take you over to the camera just like this. Tap it twice, 1, 2. This will automatically launch your camera so you never miss any important moments. Even if your phone is asleep, you can still double tap on the power button. It'll wake up the phone and automatically take you right to the camera. And that'll work even if you have a passcode set up on the phone. It's one of my favorite hacks and I use it all the time. Now, I want to pause really quick and I just want to share some really cool earbuds. If you're in the market for some earbuds that'll really go great with this phone, these are the Tozo NC20s. And it's a really sweet pair of earbuds. And when you tap on the button at the bottom or when you open the case, it'll automatically show you your battery percentage for both your earbuds and the percentage for the case as well. These are really sweet earbuds. They have built-in noise cancellation, and they're under 50 bucks. They're a great price, and so it's a great complement to go with your TCL phone if you're looking for a pair of earbuds. I'll make sure to link these on screen right here and also drop them in the description in case you want to check them out. Okay, so number four, in case you missed this, I want to show you how to toggle your phone between the different e-ink color settings. Right now, we're on the main setting, which is the full brightness, full color mode, but if you swipe down from the top of the screen and you swipe down a second time, you want to tap on this button here that has this little icon that says NXTPaper mode. And then here are the three different modes you can toggle between. So first, we're going to go to the e-ink mode. This is a great setting if you're trying to do reading on your phone. This will put your phone in an e-ink setting that will mimic like reading from an e-reader. So if you're a Kindle person or just love reading articles online, this is a great way to preserve your eyes. It turns off all the color and this allows you to just get straight to being able to read without having any type of eye strain because of how bright the screen is. All right. So this is the main mode here. And then there's another option here. So we're going to swipe down twice from the top, tap on that same button and go to color mode, hit done. And this is still um, very similar to that e-ink mode, but with color. So you notice there's some very light color that is on the screen, but it's still very dulled and dimmed down. This is another great way to really preserve your eyes being able to read and look at things on the phone longer. You can still do all the normal functions. It's just with the color turned down. So again, that's access just by swiping down twice and looking for that next paper button. For the next one, I want to show you how to keep your screen on longer. You might notice that if you don't touch the screen for more than a minute, it automatically goes dim and that can be frustrating. So if you swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again and tap on the settings wheel. This time we're going to go to display and we're going to swipe up and go to sleep. And we're going to change this. Now, normally out of the box, it will be set to either 15 seconds or 30 seconds. I like to put mine on at least 2 minutes or 5 minutes. This way, the phone will not go off so fast. I can just sit, hold the phone, and read whatever it is I'm trying to read without the screen constantly trying to dim and go to sleep. All right. Now, I just noticed I didn't turn off the color mode. So let's swipe down twice, go back to next paper, and change it to regular mode, and you'll see the phone will restore back to that full and bright color mode. Now, this is one of the things that really just makes this phone stand out because you can really dim down the screen and be able to, just focus on the reading element and really help your eyes with eye strain. For the next tip, I want to show you how to disable the news on the lock screen. Now, some like this, but not all. On the front here, you can see that there are news stories that will show on the lock screen. To turn this off, you'll want to go to the upper right corner and tap on the three dots, go to settings, and then go to disable headlines. And then you can just tap I prefer my old lock screen or any reason you'd like to select. You just want to tell them why you're turning off these notifications or these messages. Just hit I prefer my old lock screen, hit disable. You can always go back into the settings and turn this on later if you like. And we're just going to hit the home button. Now, when we lock the screen and we unlock it, you'll notice you don't see any more messages. You just see your actual phone notifications. So again, it's kind of cool for those of you that like to stay up to date with news. It's a cool feature, but others might just say, no, that's okay. I just want to see my incoming notifications, all the normal things you would normally see. I don't want to see news articles, and that's how you turn it off. For our next tip, I want to show you how to turn on the power saving mode manually. Now, your phone is set where if it drops below 15%, it'll automatically turn on the power saving mode, but sometimes you want to turn this on sooner. A good example is this. You might find yourself going on maybe you're going to be out and about all day and you won't have access to a charger. You can preemptively turn on the power saving mode so that your phone is using less internet operations, which will help to save your battery and allow it to last longer. If you want to do that, you want to swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and then swipe to your left, and you'll want to look for battery saver. Now, if you tap on the battery saver, it'll automatically turn it on. And this is going to dim down your screen a bit. And again, it's going to disable some of the additional things that run in the background of your phone to ensure that your battery is going to stretch much longer. I would also recommend this if you ever found yourself in a natural disaster. Maybe you're in an earthquake or something more severe where your power is out and you don't know when your power will be restored. Turn on power saving mode as soon as possible. That way, your phone is using less operations and less power, and therefore it'll last longer, which is something you'll definitely need in a situation like that. Now, if you get value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below if you haven't already done so. And also check out this pretty cool wall charger. Now, this is a charger I use constantly around my house because one, it looks cool. Come on now, but also it has its own retractable cable that is built in, so super easy for you to just plug it right in and charge without having to carry a separate cable. It also has two additional ports here. So it has one here, which is a USB-C, and it has one regular full-size USB, and it can output charging up to 65 watts. So this is a much better charger than the one that comes in the box, and I use it a ton, so I definitely wanted to recommend. Folds up nice and neat. It's a great little travel charger or charger just to use around the house. I'll link this one on screen right here if you guys want to check it out, and I'll also drop that link down in the description. For the next tip, I want to show you how to launch your Gemini AI assistant. Simply holding down on the power button is going to launch Gemini, and here you can ask it questions. For example, when does your favorite sports team play? Or even like set an alarm for me, set an alarm tomorrow for 6 a.m. for work, or you can ask it more detailed things. For example, you can have it share your screen. So if you tap right here where you hit share screen with live, you could, for example, show Gemini an email and say, "Can you help me craft a response to this email that is polite but firm?" And it will actually be able to scan what's on your screen and then craft a response based on what it can see. So the Gemini Assistant is super cool, and you launch it just by long pressing on that power button. For the next tip, I want to show you how to take a screenshot, which is super easy. Now, one way, and this is kind of a dinky way, but sometimes it is a really easy way to do it, which is with 3 fingers. Take 3 fingers and simply drag down the screen, and that will trigger a screenshot. Now, guess what? This isn't the most ideal way to do it if you're like looking at an email, for example, because if you drag down the screen, it's going to scroll down. So, another way to do this is swiping down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, swipe to your left, and there is a shortcut in the notification panel where you can have it trigger a screenshot that way as well. The third way is a button combination, which would be holding on your power and volume down button for 1 second, just like this. 1, 2, 3, hold and let it go. That will actually trigger the screenshot, and then it will save those to your Google Photos. Now, if you're not a big fan of Google Photos and you would like an alternative app to use in terms of viewing your pictures, check out this app right here. Let's go to the Play Store, and we're going to go to search and just type in gallery. From here, swipe up and look for this app here. This is Gallery by Google LLC. Tap install. Now, there are a lot of gallery apps that you can download from the Play Store, but most of them have ads built in, which make them really frustrating. With this one, it's just like Google Photos, but it is a slimmed down version. It doesn't sync to the cloud, it just merely shows you all the pictures you've taken, and it shows you your different photo folders, and that's it. I love it because it's simple. I don't have to worry about it trying to back up photos, which will then take up all my Google storage. It's just, hey, I want to see my pictures. Well, here it is. So check out this app. You might like it a little bit better than Google Photos. For our next tip, I want to show you how to get rid of the Google search. Now, when you're on the home screen, when you swipe to the right, it is going to take you to this page where you can search Google and also see news stories based upon what you normally Google. But some of you guys might say, I really don't want to see that on my home screen. I'd rather just have that turned off. It's super easy to do. You'll want to long press on the home screen, go to home screen settings, and then you'll want to just turn off your Google feed. And by doing that, now when you try to swipe right, if nothing happens, it just swipes the other way. And for our last tip, I want to show you how to customize your home screen. First, we're going to go over how to change your color scheme, and then we'll end with how to change the wallpaper. So you're going to long press on the home screen, go to the wallpaper and style section, and first, we're going to go to change wallpaper, and you can see there's some cool stock wallpapers that are built in. That one's kind of cool. Let's pick that one. And then I'm going to hit apply, and we can apply it to the home screen and to the lock screen. Next, I'm going to long press on the home screen again, go to wallpaper and style. This time, go to system colors. And here I can change what the notification panel colors are like and a lot of other colors around the phone here. So we can swipe through here. I kind of like this here. It's bright and it pops. You can also select the monocolor icons as well. Hit apply, press OK. We'll give it a couple of seconds to load. And now all your icons are that color as well, and you'll see your notification menu has that new color scheme. So that's definitely something you'll want to play around with just to dial in the exact colors that you like the best. Now, the last thing I wanted to show is another really cool charger that I use for this phone and for others. This is a magnetic USB-C cable. Now, for those of you that hate when your cables get all tangled, it's really hard to travel with them just because, it's not always easy to wind them up. This cable is magnetic, so you basically take it out and then it just goes right back into that shape and makes it super clean for traveling. Now, if you unwind the entire cable, when it's time to wind it back up, you simply just take it and you just start wrapping it just like this, and it will wrap right back up into um, that same basic magnetic setting, just like this. give it a couple of seconds, and there's our cable. So if you're looking for something a little bit cleaner just to take with you to keep your phone charged, definitely check out this cable as well. And we use this thing all the time around the house just because it's so neat and it's so easy to clean it up. So anyway, I'll link that one down below in the description as well. If you got value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. If you can do me one small favor as well, leave me a comment and let me know what tip was your favorite and the most helpful. I always love hearing your feedback, and it just helps me as I'm making new content. I want to make sure that I'm stressing things that people don't know, or things that are helping you with using the phone. So definitely leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite tip was and what the most helpful one is. And I will also link on the last screen to some other videos for this phone as well, so you can continue to learn. So check that out too. Thanks again for watching. Take care. And as always, have a good one.